a beautiful story if we relating to the story. It's called Lech, Lecha. Lech, Lecha mean Lech mean go or go away. Lecha mean for your own good. And maybe we're going to go through the story and then we're going to go to the deep part. So God is speaking to Avram, said, go away. He said, from your land, from the place of your birth, and from the house of your father. Of course, the question, if you listen to what it's written here, why we have to say land, place of your father, it's the same place, basically. It's like I'm telling you, go away from Pico, from Los Angeles, and from California. Yeah, I know where I live, so why it have to be those details? So keep in mind those things. If you want to ask a question in the end, just write it down, then ask it in the end would be better. And then God blessing him that if he will live, he will be blessed. And he doesn't know where he's going, by the way. He doesn't know where he's going. Which means God is just telling him, leave everything, and I'm going to show you where to go. Is he showing him where to go? Actually, no. He doesn't. So it's a true story. I'm just reading the story. And it was hunger. So Avram make up his mind, I know God told me to leave, so maybe it's time to leave again, because there is hunger. So he's going to Egypt. As he's going to Egypt, his wife been kidnapped by the king of Egypt, and then he fall in love with her physically. She's very attractive, and but he's not capable of acting on it. God and the angel beat him up really bad physically. And because of that, he released Sarah back to Abraham. He said, please leave my country. And we give him all the money he needs just to leave his country. And then the story continues. Nephew, named Lot. Lot in Aramaic means curse. Lot means curse. Even lottery means something else. But Lot, maybe lottery is a curse. But Lot in Aramaic means being cursed. And basically, the shepherd of Lot and the shepherd of Abraham, and again Lot is the nephew, start fighting. And when the shepherds are fighting, it's always in the name of the boss. So if you see something is going wrong, is the fish always, rotten, always stink from the head? Actually, yes, it is. But you cannot find proof because the head always disappears when things start to go wrong, So Avram is making a beautiful decision and said, I will go right, you go left. You will go right, I will go left. Basically, separate from me. It's a secret for us to learn from separate from the wrong people, separate from the wrong thing, which sometimes we don't know how to do it because we like to keep things as yesterday. Nobody want to move the cheese. Everybody want to keep things as they are. We're suffering. We are with the wrong people, but where else are we going to go? So stay. And we need to learn something from that. Because I'm covering the story now because I don't know how much I'm going to cover from a mystical point of view. So I'm giving you just the story. Look how many stories there is here. Huh? War, there is a war. And in the war, Lot is being captured. And Avram is going to fight, getting Lot back to him. And then there is astrology. Abraham is looking at the astrology chart of Abraham, and he sees he will never have children. And God is giving him a promise, you will have a children, do not worry. Even the astrology says one thing, it doesn't mean everything, because astrology only telling you the future based on your present. So if your present now is really bad, then the future is really bad. But if you change something in the present, then the future, of course, is going to be good. So astrology is good, but it's not always correct if you change your behavior. So based on that, we learn a lot about astrology as well. So concubine, Agar, giving birth, Ishmael, he was 86. She gave him birth to a child that, of course, will change the future of the thing and the future of the world. And Abraham still get a promise from God that it's not his child, this child that will change the world, it will be another kid. But of course, it's very hard for him to listen because the love that he has for his first child, Ishmael, in 86 was was tremendous. And he started laughing. I said, well, I'm old to have children. And he started laughing. Laughing in Hebrew is Yitzchak, to laugh, Yitzchok. And that's why he called him Yitzchak, the child that we're going to talk about next week. So that's basically the story. So let's go back to the beginning, understand what's going on here. So much to talk about. I mean, the idea of Lech Lecha, why you have to kick somebody out from his land? I mean, what's the point here? And why is he using the words me'artzecha, mimoladetecha, mibet avicha? Translation, artzecha, from your land. But artzecha also can be translated by Kabbalists, me'artziyut shelcha. Artziyut means physicality. We are very much attached to the physical domain. Physical domain, land, money, clothing, car. That's how we refer to success. That's how we refer to I'm doing good. Person want to know how you're doing good. You have your belonging with you. It even can relate to relationship. It can go that far that even relationship, what we call a relationship, unfortunately, what people call love. I'm very happy the fly enjoying my tea. I just saw it. And I'm happy it doesn't enjoy me. It better enjoy that. But that's good. I keep it here. So the fly love my tea, right? I was about to talk about love. So what does that mean? Love for us. I mean, normally when we talk about love, we normally refer love into, no, I meant it, that I wanted to hear. I'm not. Debbie's always feel it's her fault. One day she will change, she will feel it's my fault, but until then I don't know what's going to happen. I bought her a pad that say to-do list, She have always to-do list, to take care of the fly. But I like the fly here. Anyway, so love, if we talk about love, unfortunately what people describe as love is nothing but needs. I don't find a lot of people who love. I don't, unfortunately. I mean, I don't want to make you disappointed, and maybe it's you, maybe it's me, maybe it's somebody else. But love is been far from being found. I mean, the way people love, and don't understand me wrong, I meant many romantic couples who say we are so much in love. And what does that mean to be in love? Love is when you are no longer have benefit from the person you're with. There's absolutely no benefit. You are not running on empty, you're not alone. You're actually perfectly being alone. You perfectly have all the money in the world. You perfectly feel great about yourself. You're just perfect. And you want to share that perfect of you with another person. That's when love begins. But most people get a companion when they don't have something. So they want to share their emptiness with somebody else. Why should I be alone? Why don't I take my alone part and share it 50% with another person? That's what people call love. I owe money to the bank. How much you owe? $200,000. Why don't I share my $100,000 with another person who's going to come live with me, and then they pay the rent, That's what people call love, unfortunately. That's the name of love. So how does love relate to it? God is telling Abraham, Lech Lecha me'artzecha. Go away from your land. Go away from your artziyut. Go away from that desire to receive, from that selfish things that we call love, And the moment that we're getting out of this artziyut, we start being away. Because there is a certain joy from the selfishness. Selfishness makes us happy. When a person is selfish and they start to get fulfilled from being selfish, it's very hard to change. There's nothing that makes you more happy when your selfishness become fulfilled. You want money, you get money, how happy you are. You want somebody to tell you how great you look, and you found that person to tell you how great you look, you feel good. So everything is driven by that machine called my selfish needs. And that selfish need is what drives people's life. I have a certain amount of money I want to make this lifetime. You make it, you're happy. I have a certain amount of time that I want to have fun and dance with my friend and all this. You have that, you're happy. So the drive of a human being is basically what I want how happy I am when I get it. And here Avram told by God, release that. Release that artziyut. Release that to-do list of the goal orientation kind of a thing. You know, what's my goals in life? What I want to get for 2019. People make goals, people make a list, right? Everybody has a list, what I want to get. I never say, please God, give me nothing of what I want. Nothing. I'm such a selfish person. Please God, let me release this balloon that I say, God, don't give this person anything. No. Everybody 2019, right? At December 31st, they have candles, they have a kiss. I don't know what the kiss business is. I have no idea. Why can you kiss at 12:01? 11:59. Toot, toot, toot. What is that? What are you doing? Are you a chicken? What is that? Never get it. I mean, what do you want? Last kiss. We are on the Titanic. That's the last kiss. Titanic. What kind of year are you going to have if that's what you're busy with? The last kiss. The last kiss for 2018 and the first kiss for 2019. Nobody knows even what a kiss is. Nobody even have a clue. No clue. What is it? Why are we kissing? What is kiss? Nobody asks. Right? They call it love. Why? I need kiss, you give me the kiss, we are partner. I need a hug, you give me a hug, we are partner. I'm alone, you are alone, we are partner. I don't have money, you have money, we are partner. Artzecha. Release artziyut. Release that physical need that I want to get, what I want to get, and I call it love. I call it love. Nothing to do with love. Check your life, my friend. Check your life. What in your life is make you happy, and who are you draining the blood from? And if you don't find it, most probably, not most, let me be more nice to you. For sure you are selfish. Most probably will be a lie. So if you cannot find who you suck in the blood to, you suck in blood to everybody. But if you find the one person you suck in the blood from, that fix it. Fix it. At least you saw yourself. But if you see yourself as a sharing personality, you're so nice and kind, unfortunately, you are the problem of this universe. The people who cannot see what's wrong with them, they are the wrong thing of the universe. They are the cancer cell of this universe. Because the person who cannot recognize the filth from within, they are the filth. A filth cannot see a filth, right? Is a baby who wears a full diaper can see the full diaper? No, it's a baby. Not mature yet. When does the baby start to realize he has a full diaper? Is when he grow up. You grow up spiritually, and you realize there is a problem. There is a problem, there is an issue. That's artzecha. Then it's a memoladetecha, from the place that you were born. And the idea, what does that mean to get out from the place that you were born? Those of you who are born in America, born in Los Angeles, you know, you relate to the place, you know, on the street, you know Pico, you know La Cienega, you know there, you know where the bagel is, you know where the coffee is. You know, there's not a lot of things you can create. But let's say if you're born in Montana, Israel, Persia, wherever you guys came from, you know, when you come into Los Angeles, it's new for you. First, it becomes discovery. Second, that discovery creates some excitement. When you do routine and you repeat everything that you know from your childhood, there is one thing that when people say, oh my God, I missed that place 30 years ago. So you go to that place 30 years ago, you don't necessarily go to share that place, you go to receive. When you miss history, when you want to go to a place where you were born, you are actually going to receive memory or receive a certain type of food that you like or receive something that you can get a benefit from. So again, the receiving engine is working again. And unfortunately, you know, people, again, looking for love. And when they're looking for love, when people start looking for love from a receiving point of view, what do you think they're going to find? The same personality who want to look for love in the same way they're looking for love. So two selfish beings just met each other. Disappointment is about to come. Your husband is going to cheat you, your wife will cheat you for sure. Not maybe. Because you're cheating. You're cheating your own soul. Your soul never meant to love in that way. Your soul meant to love from the point of how is this union can bring a better universe. See, if you come from a place like, I want that to serve my need, they have to cheat you. And I hope they will cheat you. I'm not, actually, if they didn't cheat you, I hope they will. So you wake up. Because if nothing wrong happened in your life, when are you going to wake up? Good things never wake you up. If somebody can tell me that good things wake you up, you're lying to yourself and you lied to me. No good things wake up nobody. Bad things, the only good news that happen in your life, because you wake up. Is good news ever wake you up? Oh my God, I won $71 billion. Wow, good for you. Now what do? Nothing. How can I become evil like everybody else who have that money? Everything that you're going to receive will make you worse every day. But if you are in a moment of, wow, inspiration, how can I give? How can I share? How can I be better? And then good things happen to you. While you are changing, then you become better. Unfortunately, that message is not for everybody. Even what I say now, it's not for everybody. Why is it not for everybody? Because if you're in selfish cesspool right now, you're swimming in your own selfish cesspool, and you're only thinking about yourself, you cannot get this message. People who swim in a cesspool think they're clean. The one outside the cesspool always think they're not clean enough. Once you're swimming in that stream of negativity, you don't think you're negative. You don't think you're negative. You can't think. You cannot grasp the concept of negativity. Negative people are the people who realize that they might be negative is when they're out of negativity. When you're in the negativity, you think you're good. You try to perform better. Perform better. So why you should go from the physical place of your birth? Because you have to look into yourself. Am I the same like I was yesterday? Same doesn't mean the same amount of money. Same doesn't mean same amount of people who love me on Facebook. Same mean moladetecha. What is moladetecha? What is moladot? What is the toladot? What is the roots of who I am? Selfishness. So am I the same as I was yesterday? God say, leave that part too. Leave your artziyut, artzecha, the physicality. Now, leave also moladetecha, the roots of your being. Then the last thing God tell Avraham, umevet avicha, and the house of your father. Father and mother create our DNA, our gene, if you don't know that. But what about the spiritual gene and the spiritual DNA? Well, we share a serious part of our parents within our soul. We share a serious part of our teachers. We share a serious part of God who gave it to us. We share a serious part of another lifetime or last lifetime or the lifetime before that. How do we live? How do we go about my life to see that we are actually moving on into the next level and I'm leaving behind me the normal addiction of my father, the normal addiction of my mother, the problem that they have. And if you guys, if you don't see what's wrong with your parents, that's up to you. I mean, I'm not here to tell you to blame your parents. Maybe some of you think, your parents were righteous and all this and that, which is wonderful. I don't think my parents are righteous or were righteous. They have a lot of problem, and I believe I carry part of that within me. But those of you who are living in what we call La La Land, we are living in La La Land in effect. So, and you don't see what's wrong with your parents, it's okay, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that. I mean, you will do exactly what your parents thought about their parents. That's what they stuck, and that's what you stuck. So maybe part of the DNA of your parents is to see every good things about your parents. Your parents has a problem. That's why you're here. You're here to correct them. And if you're going to see what's wrong with them, you can never correct what's wrong with you, and then you can never correct things for them. It's a chain. It's a chain reaction. So it's coming all the way from the previous, and you have to correct. So if your father was lazy, you have laziness in you, and you got to overcome it. If your mother has issue with anger or jealousy, you have it in you. Now deal with it, or don't. But you gotta find out what it is. Don't judge them. Don't hate them. Okay? Don't hate them. So just come back from my niece wedding, and I call my mom Don Corleone. That's how I call my mom, because she have that stick, and if she come to the wedding, everybody need to know she arrived. But she doesn't make a lot of noise, but it's enough for her to give the look here and there. And Don Corleone, even she's not a Don, she's the mother of Corleone, but she arrived, the things start shaking and moving. It's funny. And so, do I have part of that DNA in me? Yes, I do. That control thing, that fear thing, that mafioso face, the voice even, this whole thing, So, everybody carries something, and we need to look inside. What can we change? That's Bet Avicha. That's the house of your parents. Let's now understand how is that relate to Lech Lecha. Why do we have to walk away from that? And how much benefit do you have by walking away from what's within you need to be changed? God is not telling Abraham where to go. He's telling him just what to leave behind. And the lesson is that it's not a physical place. That God is looking for Abraham to do a change your apartment, change your house. Yeah, you can change something's physical place and things get better. It is true. If you believe in something called Ayin Hara, the Zohar said, Ayin Hara means evil eye. The Zohar said that there is a house that likes the person, there is a house that doesn't like the person. Sometimes you have to get out of that house immediately. If the house don't like you, it's not going to like you. My mom just moved to another apartment, and the language is very common because she comes from Libya, from North Africa. She said, wow, the house treats me really well. So people who hear it or don't know Kabbalah would not understand it. Oh, the house treats me really well, and I like the house too. We have a good relationship. It's a weird conversation, but believe in it. My grandfather used to be removing evil eyes from people. If they have severe problem, they go to him. He put certain piece of fabric on the neck. In a certain meditation and ceremony, the evil eyes been removed. So when he passed away, we went into his house, and we found all kind of letters that he had with many Kabbalists. So Kabbalists sent him a letter, said, please bless this, please bless. We didn't know he was into mystical or Kabbalah. He was like the most important person in the synagogue, but aside, he didn't make a lot of noise. And then everybody was fighting for that book, How to Remove Evil Eye. But it was one gentleman there who became a rabbi, one of the grandson, and he took the book and disappeared. And he's in his rabbinical school, talked to nobody. Many, many years after, this time actually, I get a phone call from him. He says 30, what is it? More than 30, like 40, no, 37 years ago. Got a phone call. Yeah, wow. He said, listen, I really got to see you. Got to see me? Huh? Why you got to see me? I'm going to that place. It's Bnei Brak. It's a super religious place. He live in Shikunei. It's a super Orthodox Jewish, with the payers and the whole 9 yard, I'm getting there. I said, I got to talk to you, He said, Dad, I want to show you what I'm doing. And what are you doing? Say, I learned to do like grandpa on the eyes. So, after years of experience in Kabbalah, I said to him, okay, show me what you have, show me the book, show me that. I told him, I know that stuff. That's from the Chida. The Chida is one of the greatest Kabbalists, Azulai, from Morocco. I said, wow. And as we're sitting and talking and exchange idea, and he asked me to help him how to go about with that, and I help him the best I can. And then I find out that he passed to me that page of the book that my grandfather has, and he passed to me like all that fabric and the secret, all this and that. And I asked him, what will make you do it? He said, I don't know. I just want to share this with you, And as I studied it, and I said, wow, now I can remove evil eye from people who get hurt, God forbid. Because the Gemara, the Talmud said 98% of the people who die before their time die from evil eye. 98% of the people who are getting sick or lose money, evil eye. 98%, that's a big percent. How does this relate, going back to our subject? When you want to leave something, it's not just the house you live. If you look at the fruit, what is fruit? Manifestation of the seed. Most of us looking to manifest ourselves, reach our potential, coming to fruition, manifestation. The fruit is a manifestation, but the fruit is also the end of everything. We are looking to that end with excitement. that end that we are looking for, it's a numbers if it's come to money. It's love if it's come to relationship. It's how many years you're going to live when it's come to health. But once you achieve your goal, that's when you die. Your goal achievement equal death. The penalty of death is achieving a goal. Why? Because you don't create anything after that. The danger of achieving the goal is when you basically get stuck. When the fruit falls from the tree and get rotten, right? I mean, you saw it on the ground. Then there is seed. Those seeds always stay fresh. You ever ask yourself why? And when the seed going under the ground, they get rotten as well. Decompose. I mean, they vanish. They disappear. And that disappearance creates what? New tree with opportunity for new fruit. Which part of you I don't let disappear this week, this year? What are you don't want to let go? Because the part that you don't want to let go, or what you call fruition, manifestation of your soul, that's exactly the part that's preventing creating the new you that can come out of it. You cannot become amazingly again you until you will be disappear. The old you has to be gone. And if the old you cannot be gone 100%, the new you can never come out. We just finished Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot. We are in Rosh Chodesh Scorpio. Everything is behind. But what did you say goodbye to? Meaning, are you bury the old you and give birth to the new you? How can you create a new you? Where do you start? And the simple understanding of where to start, my friend, it's not by putting new goals of fruit. It's by bury the old of who you are. What is this part about you? The selfish part, the artzecha, the moladetecha, the bet avicha. Same old. Same old. You know, how do you know if a person is an addict, addictive? Somebody drink wine is addicted to wine? No. One person no longer know why he's drinking. One person no longer know why he's eating. The person no longer know why he's making love. Person no longer know why he's going to work. There's no creation. There is just bad habit. I got to do it. Why? I have no idea. It's called bad habit. Why are you going to the club? I got to dance. Why? I don't know. If what you want to do pull you to do it, or you choose what you're going to do, that's really what's make the game here. So Lecha is a tremendous force, power, energy to be able to leave the wrong thing. It's not to be able to create the right thing. God is teaching us a lesson here, a beautiful lesson. Can you say no to something? If the answer is no for that, you are dead already. You don't need to die, and you don't have to be afraid of death. You're dead. If you can say no to your own desire of what you really want in life, you're becoming alive again. If you cannot say no to the dance, to the sex, to the food, to whatever that you want to do right now, I want to do it now, and I can say no to it, I'm alive. People no longer thinking, can I say no? People thinking, because of all those stupid motivation speakers out there that teach people, say yes, yes. And I think Jim Carrey make a movie like that. The Yes Man, I think he called it. You make fun of those motivation. But I think most people didn't get the movie. They thought it was just funny. It wasn't just funny. It's a serious movie. To teach us motivation is a nice thing. But it doesn't make you self-control. You have to maintain yourself, like look inside. Can I say no to my anger? Can I say no to my jealousy? Can I say no to something? And if I cannot say no to anything, I'm nothing better than a dead man. It's no longer in your control. Your desire is controlling you right now. It's a very important this week, more than any other week. And this Shabbat, those of you who hear the Torah, more important than anything, to start putting goals, not of what you want. Forget what you want. I tell you, I don't know if you believe in God. Most people don't believe in God, even if they say they do. But they don't believe in God. It just sounds good. You believe in God? Of course we believe in God. You believe in God? Of course we believe in God. You know, everybody. You know, once I tell them, God say, don't do that and do this. Do you still believe in God? Nah, listen, I'm not sure about that. Well, I believe in person should not kill and steal. You know, that's what I believe. Well, God say other few things. You want to hear? No. So nobody believes in God. When they tell you they believe in God, it's just talk. I believe in God. You know. So don't worry about God. He has enough fan on his Facebook page, so you don't need to love him or favor him. But for your own good, the Creator teach Avraham a lesson. Don't worry about the thing you're missing in life. Those of you who believe in God, as I said before, it's going to be on top of it. God will take care of business. But the part that God cannot do for you is you letting go of your own desire. You letting go of your own selfish. You letting go of the Artzecha, Moladecha, Umebet Avicha. If you cannot do that, even if God want to give you the gift, there is no room. Because you never let the fruit to get rotten enough and the seed to come out so you can create the new you. And my advice to you for beginning of the year, we are just after Rosh Hashanah, is take one thing and take it seriously and make sure somebody know you're doing it so you don't fool yourself. Because many people take some commitment, but they lie to themselves. It's all a big lie, you know. Who they talking to themselves? They become the witness, the judge, the lawyer, the persecutor. They become everything. You can't do it like that. Take a commitment, and after you make the commitment, talk to somebody you trust. Say, I'm making that commitment. By this time, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to stop doing that and doing this. And it's not just stop doing drugs and alcohol. It's not enough. We're talking about the conscious mind of a person. Conscious mind. How are you doing here? You have fear. You got to take care of it. And all of it is in the roots. Artzecha, Moladetecha, Bet Avicha. All of it within the roots. You can put yarmulke. You can dress very modest if you're Jewish, Christian, or Muslim. Not going to help you. It's nice. I mean, in the beginning, it feels nice. Actually, you're going to have ego that you change once you put the yarmulke. Oh my God, I feel much better. You know, people said, oh my God, I put the cross now. Ooh. Jesus is with me. He's next to me. We become body. Nothing is happening. It gets worse and worse. Worse and worse. Now, is religion a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing if it's attached to spirituality. Within religion, there is some rules that help you become spiritual. But because religion become a religion and is no longer working together with spirituality, what happened? We're doing well. You're hearing that? I feel like the Beatles. So if spirituality doesn't go same page with religion, or religion doesn't go same page with spirituality, we have a problem. Within religion, there is spiritual thing. But people who never study spirituality think it's a religion, and that's an excuse to do nothing. So people say, I'm against religion. Right? I'm against religion. Why is people against religion? Because that's an excuse not to give charity. That's an excuse not to connect to God. They're all kind of excuses. It's called I'm against religion. The religious people and the non-religious people become enemy now. The hatred is at a tremendous level. Never been before. Among fanatic Christian, to people who don't believe in Christianity, there is hate right now. Among fanatic Jew and people who don't believe in religion, hate. Among fanatic Muslim, to people who don't believe in Islam, hate. What is that hate? Where does that hate come from? Lack of understanding. Spirituality is the bridge. Spirituality will bring a bridge between the religious people to understand why they're doing what they're doing, and the people who do nothing that has to do with spiritual idea. For example, people see me praying on Shabbat or observing the Shabbat. So if I observe the Sabbath, am I religious or am I spiritual? Well, I'm observing the religion part of Judaism for me, but I know the meaning, so that's why I'm spiritual. But it doesn't mean that until I don't know why, I don't want to do anything. Well, you might die, if you're getting closer to the age, and if you might die, you might don't get the explanation. Why don't you try? Maybe that's get better, Get better. I met people in Israel, their life is terrible. Terrible. So I said, maybe you should try religion. So they look at me and say to me, but Eliyahu, you're only preaching spirituality. I said, well, and I answered, it was a bunch of Israeli group, and I answered, in Israeli you have to tell it to them the way it is. I said, well, in your condition, I feel only religion can help, and maybe one day you will be spiritual. And everybody starts laughing. So your condition is so bad, so bad. The person is a man, 56 years old. For 28 years, he wishing for a soulmate to knock on the door. In the meantime, he was taken advantage by two girls who emptied his bank account, who was about 28 million. So he's running on empty, living in his father's house. Disaster. And he's one of those people that if you explain to him restriction or spirituality, he will find a way to tell you, well, is it really work? Those people, is it really work? Well, if you try it, I don't know if it's work, but if you try it, maybe it work. So when you're in tough condition, I absolutely suggest religion to be absolutely get there. If you want to go really into it, be spiritual. So if you're 6 months are using excuse not to be close to God because it sounds too religious, you're just a liar. You're nothing more than a good liar to yourself. You lie to yourself. Because do something. You don't want to do this, then be spiritual. And I'm willing to test you if you're spiritual. You come to see me, here I'm making an announcement on camera too, for free. I will give you 10-question test. If you passed it, I will give you a degree, you are spiritual. You don't have to worry about religion. Test is tough. And I will be for real. But Avram was spiritual, if you understand how tough is the test. He wasn't a religious man. But to become spiritual, like Avram, you're going to go through some test. What are you willing to let go? Well, I'm not that spiritual. You know those people? What are you ready to observe when it's come to God? I'm not that religious. Then what's your definition? Well, I'm checking it out. For how long? Well, listen, I have a wife and 10 lovers. I'm checking it out. I'm not sure what I want. Stay away from those people. They're taster. They're not there to stay. They're passing by. They suffer, but they don't know they suffer yet. That's why they're passing by. They don't commit to anything. Why they don't commit to anything? Because they suffer. Why is a person always on the move? Did you ask yourself? Why somebody who doesn't know she or he, landing and say, I found it? Why they keep looking for things? Did you ever ask that question? Why they are always in Lech Lecha? Lech Lecha means go away for yourself from the thing. Why they never land, put the seed on the ground, have a tree? They always get kicked to the next thing. There's something they're afraid of. They're afraid that if they land here, the next opportunity will be better. So they never develop what they have in that moment. Because they always think, maybe, there will be a better opportunity. And maybe they're right, maybe not. Because when you in love, when you really fall in love, it's not about what you're going to get from the next thing. Love is about practicing how much I'm going to share, how much less I'm going to receive. It's not I'm going to receive less. And because I'm going to receive now less, I won't benefit from it. No, my joy is to receive less and give more. It become my joy. It become my practice. So a lot of women come to see me, and women usually get more disappointed than men, because men gave up on love, but women still believe in love. So women come to see me and they say, well, Eliyahu, I try everything. I give everything. I did everything. And then I tell them, why are you expecting everything to be good then? Because I give everything. Say, that you're able to give everything, that was already the gift. Don't expect something to come to you because of that, because then you have an agenda. Lech Lecha from these two. Go away from that too. Stop looking into when I'm going to get my part. I don't know. Maybe never. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But if you're always thinking about your part, you're not in love. You're a better manipulator. You're using your beautiful body, using beautiful talk and voice, and whatever you do, let me get you a coffee. You want a coffee? No, do you love me? No, I hate you. Would you continue to give a coffee? No. So why you give the coffee in the first place? Because that's the way I love him. I love him. I give him a pen with my name. So you're getting married? No, he left me for another girl. Did you enjoy the part that you gave him? No. I hate myself for that. Why? That's a love. Love is no agenda. You give. Same for men. So men, let's say, manipulate the women. So you give, you buy the thing, and the jewelry, and the thing. Okay? Spray it with gold so it look better. Now, you want to get sex, you want to get attention, you want to get something, and you get nothing. You see the girl with another guy who actually doesn't even give her anything. Was the giving important for that man at that moment? If not, then he was never in love. He was just using tools to get what he wants, which is not love, which is need again. Now, I want to make sure it's clear. We are not totally in love. We are totally addicted to our need. And we are so much asleep, as the Zohar teaching us in this week's parasha in Lech Lecha. And I'm going to go into the Zohar in a second. We are so much asleep that we think that we are actually in love. We're not actually believing that we are taken all day long. So when somebody come and tell us, you're so selfish, what do? We attack them back. Who are you to call me selfish? I'm not selfish. You know, so before we getting into the Zohar, Israel was really wonderful. I tell you an opportunity. When my kids were young, before the bar mitzvah, I trained them. I'm not reading like them Torah. I'm not in that level. And as my mother, my Don Corleone mother mentioned, she told me, well, Yuda is much better than you. That's my mom. God bless my mom. She said just the way it is. In the middle of people are around there, I invited her to the sukkah. I said, Mom, this is Hoshana Rabbah. We read the Torah usually. So I'm reading. I have a rusty voice. She doesn't like it. And as my son come in, and she go like this. She drinking the tea. Here's the deal. You should quit. So, talking about Israel, so I train my kids to read the Torah under tough condition. Because I said to them, doesn't matter where you are, how you are, things will get rough when you come to read the Torah for the bar mitzvah. But I didn't know how rough it will be. My older son, Yehuda, had to read the Torah the first time in Joseph HaTzadik under the supervision of the Palestinian police and army, with the Kalashnikov and the gun, and it was only Minyan, and this is Joseph the righteous, and he have to read the Torah there. And, I never, sometimes when we speak, he said to me, I never want to tell you that, but he's not stupid. He hears shooting, he hears this, and he focused on Torah, because when he used to train with me, as I said, I'm going to do all kind of weird things with you. Is to take the pots together and make some noise, and I said, focus on the Torah and just read, no matter what happened around you. And so we are in Simchat Torah. Simchat Torah, we've been invited by a great family member, Michael, those of you know, and his whole family was there. So he said, why don't you come to join us in King David? Oh, I said, wow, King David, that's a history hotel in Jerusalem. Wonderful. So we're walking, we rent an apartment, we're walking, and we're arriving there. And we arrive, we sit in the corner, nice, nobody bothered me, I don't have to run the show. There's a rabbi from England, all the big macher there. Macher mean like wealthy, super wealthy people, pack. And then it become a little bit too packed. Nobody had something to sit. So the rabbi come. I don't know how we know that I had something to do with it. And I'm reading my book. I enjoy it. Life is good. No pressure. He says, excuse me, do you guys know how to read Torah? And I'm looking at my sons. I said, well, we need to divide the room because we can never finish it. We have to get half of the people here so we can finish the Torah. And because Simchat Torah, you have to read again and again for everybody. So we divide the room. And I look at my kids and say, you guys are on, So, what do you mean? Say, but we didn't prepare. I say, you don't need to prepare. You gotta go. So now we read the Torah for the whole people there. Simchat Torah in Jerusalem. We read the Torah for everybody in King David's hotel. Look at this, oh, God work. Did I plan on it? Did I know where it's going? No. I let go of the ego. I let go of everything. We sit in the corner. We have a little chair. We read the book. We pray to our God. We have a chance for the first time in our life to become nothing. You know, after Don Corleone, mother told me I'm, you know, Baruch Hashem. All work. You don't know where God's going to take you. Let God guide you. But let go of something. You got to let go of something. You cannot always think about what you're going to get. Stop with that religious mind. Religious mind doesn't mean just yarmulke, cross, or praying 5 times a day. You might be more religious than the religious people themselves just because you're observing so much, you know, the concept of desire to receive for oneself alone. So, what does that mean to change? So let's go to our Zohar in verse 17 in Lech Lecha. Somebody got the mic here? You got the mic? Okay, so let's read 17, please. Go ahead, please.
Come and behold, it is written, and Terah took Abram, his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, and they left with them for Ur the Chaldeans. He asks, why is it written, and they left with them, when it should have been written with him, meaning with Terah? Because Terah and Lot left with Abraham and Sarah, who really wanted to depart from among the wicked. Only after Terah saw that Abraham his son was saved from the fire did he return to follow Abraham's wishes. As a result, Terah and Lot left with them.
So the question the Zohar raised, and I hope it was clear. Why are you living what you're living? Are you living for the wrong reason? Abraham left because God told him to leave, right? And he left a place of a wicked people. When you're surrounded yourself by wicked people, what is wicked people? People who are just thinking about themselves all day long. Me, and myself. And we're living in the land that's called California, Los Angeles especially. You know, it's not easy not to think about yourself. The vibe, the energy is only one thing. Me, and myself. This is Los Angeles. How do I look? Who love me? Who look at me? How is my hair? Is looking this way, that way? You know, if you're a guy, how do you stand? You know, when the camera is on you. You know, there's things. We are all day long on camera. You may be not in a movie, but you're all day long in the camera. That's LA. LA is the selfish bones of our nation. Okay? It's good and bad. Because if things will change here, it will change the entire United States. You know, it's the capital of emotions and energy. It's coming from here. If everything will change here, it will change the entire world, not just the United States of America. But these people want to change, very difficult. You're looking for where Egypt is, it is right now. Egypt is not a country, it's a traveling of energy. So you want to know where Egypt, we are in Egypt. We're actually in Egypt right now. We're slave to the materialistic world. We are slave to the ego. We are slave to how we look. This is Egypt. This is the Egypt of today. This is the Egypt of today. No Pharaoh, maybe there is, but this is the Egypt of today. So how can you live within Egypt? If you act like Egyptian within Egypt, very difficult. Even the rabbis here, if you meet all the rabbis in Los Angeles, all over California, you know, and I'm privileged to have that job to help rabbis building their community in synagogue now, and I love that job, and I listen to their story. The ego is tremendous, and I'm telling them, join other places. Why don't you do? I said, I'm a rabbi myself, and I joined this synagogue. It's okay. It's lovely. It's good. You sit in the back, you read Siddur. Why not? Why not? You know? So you have the rabbi this town and another town and this town, 20 of them. I said, guys, you know, you live next to each other. They don't talk to each other. They talk to me. Say, I know a rabbi in this town. If you join forces, you will have a minyan. It will be good. Just come together. You know, if I don't have a minyan here, I go either Isha, so many places, beautiful. Doesn't make me less. I just want to give to my community more. But if it's not possible, it's not possible. It's not something I want to do, but it's worth whatever God want to do. But the idea is that this town serves your ego. Now, the Zohar teaching us in 17, why are you changing? Are you changing because you're going to get better? Or are you changing because you want to leave the selfish bone behind you? When you walk to a cafe in Starbucks, you behave nice, or Coffee Bean. I'm sorry, we're in Los Angeles, excuse me. Coffee Bean. You're walking into Coffee Bean. Where are you going? Coffee Bean and Tea Leaves. You gotta say it the proper name, okay? I met the people who created that whole thing. You know, I met them there from original, not the one now, from Singapore. the original owner. Good people, actually, good people. And when you come into the place, what you try to be nice, right? You try to look polite. I love those ladies and guys that look polite as they walk in. They dress polite even. You know, the clothing say, I'm polite. The car say, I'm polite. Everything say, I'm polite until they open their mouths. Everything is polite until they speak. Okay? And they even say, oh my God, oh my God. And then you kind of pushing them a little bit, the ego. And my wife always tell me, stop doing that. I say, let me see what's going to happen here. And I do something. You know, as the animal come out. I say, wow, that was a nice cover of politeness there. Why they polite? They're polite also to get energy. See, even the good thing that you're doing, especially in Los Angeles, you're doing it to get attention. So that's also the thing that is a problem. To be myself, to get out of Egypt while I'm in Egypt, that's tough. It's tough to be in my own self, to be able to open up, to be able to have this beautiful energy that I am Lech Lecha, not from Los Angeles, I'm Lech Lecha from that energy, that tremendous energy that pull me down. Think about yourself, think about yourself. It's a tremendous, that's what I said, Lech Lecha. Lech, go away. Lecha, what is Lecha? For your own good. For you. Don't go away from your country, go away. That's why Los Angeles, whoever capable to change Los Angeles, will absolutely change the world right now. We are in Egypt, we're so lucky. Because only here you can actually make the change. You go in New York, you have a little ego, little politeness in the wrong way, you're going to get on the head. I tried to be polite in New York once. I did. I stay in a line and I try to say, excuse me, how much is this cake? The person behind me remind me where I am. Say, you're waiting in this line, you should look at the price before. Now get out of the line, let me get the coffee. You get it right away. You know, not in Israel too. You wouldn't have a chance. They will respect you polite, fake polite, because they also fake. So fake respect fake. Right? Welcome to the fake land. How can I be fake again? Wonderful. Welcome to the motivational lecture. We're going to teach you how to fake it. You're never going to make it, but we're going to teach you how to fake it. Fake it better with us. You know, that's all the motivation lecture. We are here to fake it the best way that ever been faked before. All right. So we're moving to 18. Let's see what 18 has to say about that.
And when they left to go to the land of Canaan, it was because they desired to go there. From this we learn that whoever asks to be purified will be helped. Come and behold that this is so. Because the words to go to the land of Canaan are immediately followed by the words, now Hashem said to Abram, go, get you out. So before his desire to go to the land of Canaan was awakened, it was not yet written, get you out. Therefore, whoever awakens his desire from below and asks from help from above will receive help. Because without any awakening from below, there is no awakening from above.
What is this awakening from below? Awakening from below, I wake up in the morning, I say, God, I don't want anything, but I want one thing. I want to be able to want nothing. Can I want nothing tomorrow? Can I, when I pray, I say, I want nothing. Can you help me with that, God? To want nothing from you? Can I have a relationship with you, God, in a way that I'm benefiting nothing from you? Nobody wants a relationship with God like that. God, I love you because you help me to want nothing from you. Nobody talk like that. People are thinking about one thing. You go to all those motivational lecture, whatever, I don't want to say name of people, it's not nice to talk about them. You go in there, what you get? How to get what you want, how to be better and what you want, how to fulfill your desire. Look at the list, go on YouTube. All the list is about one thing. Fulfill my desire. What is it built within the person? Zero. Children and parents relationship. What is that? How the children become nice fake, in a fake way, get a car. Become nice smile, get a clothing. Become nice, and if they have more money, get a house. So it's all the relationship is based on selfish. Very sad. We are building the children of tomorrow to become selfish too. This is how it works. And mom, I see a mom in a supermarket, you know. What do you say to the uncle? Thank you. Now can I have the candy? That's the teaching. The teaching is about smile, say thank you, and grab everything you can. It's a sick thing. You understand? We are living in a society that teaches us that. So when you have It says purified yourself. Purified what? The Zohar means purify the idea that I want something all the time. You like a girl, you like a guy, you go to a bar, to a club, to wherever you go, restaurant, stop and ask yourself, is that person can receive something from me? Or that person can give something to me? Can I make that person I met to a better for themselves, even that they don't need me later on? Sarah in this week parasha, what she did? She gave another woman to Abraham. She knew she's married to a righteous man. She got him a concubine, so she wants to make sure that his seed, his sperm, will give birth to a child. Because she's going to bear a child. So she brought him another woman. What a sacrifice. Ask every woman you know. That's a tough sacrifice. Like Rachel and Leah later on in Bereshit. To think about her husband, not to think about what she's losing, to think about what he's getting. That's love. But we don't taste love like this. Our taste of love is what I'm going to get. What's the taste of the food you're giving? It doesn't have a taste, right? What is the food that you're receiving? That's good. You're sitting in a sushi place. Everybody is ordering their own portion, not like Chinese. Chinese don't order for themselves. There is no such a thing in China. In China, you order for everybody, and you share what's in the middle of the table. There's no such a thing as for me, my portion. Only here you have chicken lo mein. There's no chicken lo mein in China. The word chicken is not chicken, by the way, just to let you know. Okay, chicken is not Chinese. Chicken lo mein. Woo! Now I know what Chinese food is. No, it's not. In the middle, you take everybody, and the most important person in the table, the richest or the famous, is the one who's supposed to eat last and he share first. I was in China, I was shocked. We were with this lady named Wendy, and I was about to make my sharing attitude to impress the people. It was a little fake there. So I want to give everybody, and the gentleman next to me was from London. He do it to me, and he whispers, Eliyahu, it doesn't work like this here. So what do you mean? No, you don't share. The person who, the head, is the one to share. So what do we do? So you just sit, and she will look at you, and then you say what you want. So I'm looking and say, Eliyahu, say yes, I like the fish and the rice. Yeah, put the fish and the rice on the table. And then it's like the thing in the middle turning, and you're giving to everybody and eat. Then we eat together. It's always family food. It's never, I wonder what they do in dating, like one-on-one. If the men want to impress, they say, what do you think, you're more important than me? So I don't know what's really going on. There. It's kind of funny for me, like thinking about it. But anyway, you have to wake yourself up. How can I stop thinking about myself? That's the main thing. And it says, Mi sheba lita'er ozerim lo. The one who come to purify themselves, they will help him from above. You know what it's also written? Whoever come to purify himself, they help him from above. Whoever come to impure himself, they help him from above. It's sick. It's so sick, right? I mean, if you decide to make a sin, the angels will come and help you to do it. If you want to come to do a good thing, the angel will come and help you. So no matter what you choose, they will help you. There is an angel for everything. That's why on Shabbat they say that when you come to Shabbat Friday night, there's 2 angels that fly above you. If you did good all week, those angels come and put their hand on your shoulders and bless you. If you did terrible all this week, you went into yourself all day long, those angels actually curse you on Friday night. That's why most people get depressed on Friday night. People feel depressed. They don't even know why. Because they did so terrible from Sunday to Friday. And then say, oh my God, Friday, we are going out. Yeah, but why am I depressed? Let me have a drink, smoke something, right? And I'm still depressed. What's going on? Well, share. Happiness doesn't come from Friday night. Happiness comes from what you did from Sunday till Friday. That's why around the table, those of you who observe Shabbat with us, we sing Shalom Aleichem. And Debbie and me had the privilege to be alone in a hotel. And Debbie did something that human beings don't do. She flew back here with the kids. And a few days after, she had a group of ladies who went with her to do different location, tzaddikim. So I had one Shabbat alone with family, Israeli family, and one Shabbat I had with Debbie. So when we did with Debbie in the hotel, we were basically going around the table and saying Shalom Aleichem. People look at us, oh, this weirdo. We're going around the table. We're in Tel Aviv. And Tel Aviv is the place where it's similar to Los Angeles. It's the place, it's Egypt, Los Angeles, and Tel Aviv is very similar Egypt. You know, in Tel Aviv is like against religious people, against religiosity. You know, and then if you go to Jerusalem, it's religious and non-religious people live together. It's a very beautiful thing to see. It's a very beautiful. And then the Shabbat, I've been with the Israeli family. I called Debbie before Shabbat. I said, Debbie, can I be myself? What do you feel? Or just sit in the corner and just shut up. So, well, you don't know how to shut up, so try 50% less than normal, you know? So I did 50% normal, and then I found myself doing 100% more. And I don't think it was terrible. I think it was okay. You know, I think it was okay. I didn't scare them that much. And we go around the table, you know, the Shalom Aleichem, I show them. Some of them didn't want to do it, but I did. So I did it. And the important is those angels are coming to support you for everything you did during the week. So please, if you above age 25, and I hope you are, change. You know, life is about to change. And you don't have to go out Friday night. You can go out Saturday night, you know, Sunday. There's enough day in the week to go out. And all of you like panic about Friday night. Maybe I'm missing my soulmate. If a soulmate only appear on Friday night, maybe he's a vampire. So be careful, you know. So maybe something's wrong. If only Friday night, well, Friday night soulmate. What is Friday night soulmate? Really? I mean, who came up with that? Friday night soulmate. You should read the Zohar a little bit, what's happening on Friday night. So just one more thing, and then we're going to go into question. Please, go ahead.
Come and see. Nothing is aroused above before it is first aroused below, so that what is aroused above rests upon it. The secret is that the black flame of the candle, which is the secret of the mikvah, does not hold on to the white flame of the candle, which is the secret of Zeranpin, because before it is aroused. As soon as it is aroused first, the white flame immediately rests upon it. This is because the lower has to be aroused before the upper.
So basically, if you look at the candle, I mean, most people don't like to be a kid again, but you should. You look at the candle, it's a beautiful thing to watch a candle. Usually a restaurant with candle is more money than a restaurant with a lamp. Nobody can explain why. Once you see a candle, you know you're going to pay twice as much. And you cannot see the price on the menus as well. You know, you have this beautiful restaurant, the Greek one. You cannot see the menu. I've never been there, but my friend. It's a Greek place. I don't remember the name. Candle, price, why candle? What's special about the candle? Is unique. Candle supposed to remind you spiritually what you're doing here. And that's what the Zohar explained to you. It's מטרם שנתעורר תחילה מלמטה, מה שעליו ישרה הדבר שלמעלה. So it's when you look at the candle, the wick is black, and then the flame is white. It's amazing. It's supposed to be, the wick is supposed to be light with fire as well, but it's not working like this. And physically, I'm sure you're going to come up with an amazing explanation, how the heat going up and all this and that. I'm sure if my son would be here, he would come up with all this physics explanation. But I'm talking about the spiritual essence of it. You got to create something from below so the flame and the light will shine on you. Otherwise, nothing happening. And how do you create something from below? Is of course you need to have a desire, but can you control that desire that you have? And if you can't, then the Lech Lecha either come from the universe or the Lech Lecha come from you. Lech Lecha from the universe means the universe will kick you out from your comfort zone, or you will get yourself out of your comfort zone so you can reveal your new you in the next chapter of your life. I'm going to let you ask a question, and then I'm going to let you go. Is there any question that I miss by not covering it, something that was not clear or not understood? Okay, everybody's okay? Well, then it's good to be back. Good to be back in the land of Pharaoh. And we can make a real change here, guys, together. A real change. And hopefully it starts with a core group. You invite more people. You help more people to come into that frame. And it doesn't matter if we do it on Monday or Thursday. And it's according to your schedule. Not because change your schedule. Change everything. If you really commit to spirituality this year, Monday or Thursday should not make a difference. Tuesday or Wednesday should not make a difference. But if you're not committed to spirituality, you're going to always have a meeting that's disturbing from spirituality. And remember, if you live your life the same as you live your life for the last 10 years, I'm telling you, change something. And if you don't want to become spiritual, become religious, become something. Choose something. I don't care what you choose, but choose some path that you commit to 24/7. Spirituality is not only when you come here. Spirituality is everywhere, 24/7. When you're getting out of here, if you're not spiritual, what's the lecture is for? It was just 1 hour of your life. Thank you. Have a great night. Thank you very much.